terms of how this all unfolds.
Eckler, first and goal. He'll dance, and he'll stop, and they push him in.
The Browns
pushed him in. On a 3-yard touchdown, they take the lead right there. Eckler pushed in. He wanted to let it die.
What a game today at SoFi Stadium, and what a shootout this was. The Chargers and the Browns combining for 56 points in the second half alone. This touchdown by Austin Eckler was the difference. Chargers win a thriller 47-42. We're going to break it all down for you as Sports Wrap begins right now.
Fox 11 Sports Wrap, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos. Play it safe and play confidently as we are ready to serve with the best in white glove service. Experience all Agua Caliente Casinos has to offer in a safe, clean environment that has set the industry standard. Agua Caliente Casinos, a heart for safety and the award to prove it. Palm Springs, Rancho Mirage, and Cathedral City.
What a fantastic Sunday of football, and what a game today at SoFi Stadium. It was remarkable as the Browns and the Chargers combined for 89 points. This is a game that featured over 700 passing yards and 7 lead changes. We're going to show you all the highlights, and we're going to break it all down for you with our legends. They're all in the house. We got Jackie Slater over here to my left, and Vince Ferragamo, and out on Ron Pitt's Island, we've got Ron
right.
Pitts.
Got it locked down over
somewhere.
here.
You all right? You need anything over there, Ron?
I'm
You let us
good,
know.
man. Just give me a pass rush and I'll be okay.
All right. All right. We'll send a boat out there with some survival things. All right. But first of all, we want to get to the highlights of this game today between the Chargers and the Browns at SoFi Stadium. 41 points scored in the fourth quarter alone. And here's how it all began with Justin Herbert finding Mike Williams. How do you get that open? Well, he did. That was their second touchdown connection of the day, 42 yards, and that made it a 28-27 Chargers lead. Browns' next possession here, Baker Mayfield to David Njoku. Missed tackle by Nasir Adderley, and Njoku is off to the races. He'll go 71 yards on that score. And then after that, Cleveland decides to go for 2, and they'll convert it. Nice play here. Baker Mayfield, the shovel pass to Austin Hooper, and the Browns take the lead 35-28. All right, now it's the Chargers' turn. Austin Eckler right up the middle from 4 yards out. That's going to tie the game at 35 apiece, but the Browns came right back. And again, 7 lead changes in this game. Kareem Hunt scores his second of the day. This one from 8 yards out, around the end and in, and the Browns go on top 42-35. But now it's the Chargers' turn. Herbert with a screen pass to Eckler, and look at the moves here as he weaves in and out of the defense and into the end zone after the spin. 19 yards on that score makes it 42-41. Here's the extra point. Tristan Vizcaino. Uh-oh. Yeah, whoops is right, Vince. That's wide left. And it's still a 42-41 game, but the Chargers would get the ball right back, and with 1:38 left, Eckler trying to get to the ground and kill the clock. He's trying not to score. I've never seen this before. The Cleveland defense, Johnny Johnson, the former Ram, pushes Eckler into the end zone, and the Chargers take the lead by 5. They go for 2, and Eckler, knee down just short of the goal line, so the Chargers lead it by 5, 47-42. One last chance for the Browns, 14 seconds to go. Mayfield airing it out, and nobody is home. The Chargers win it, a wild one, 47-42. Was the final as the Chargers improved to 4-1 on the season. They are now all alone on top of the standings in the AFC West. All right, let's bring in Jackie and Vince right here, and we're going to get Ron's opinion of this as well, because when this happened, when Eckler took the ball, and we all thought the same thing, he's going to try to take a knee here.
Correct.
He's going to try to kill some clock here.
That's
Johnny
right.
Johnson comes from behind and pushes him in the end zone. What were you guys thinking?
Well, the last team who has the ball is going to win the football game,
Yeah.
you would think. But I think Johnny Johnson was very smart,
Very
intelligent,
smart.
to push and pull, get him in the end zone to conserve the time for his offense to get the ball back.
That's exactly what he was doing, Vince. If you stop him right there, that means the clock keeps running. They get to run another play or two, maybe even kneel, who knows.
Right.
But if he goes in the end zone, he gets pushed in the end zone, just like what happened here, the clock stops. Now that gives Baker Mayfield and the offense of the Cleveland Browns a little bit more time to get down the field and perhaps score a touchdown.
All right, Ron Pitts, our resident defensive back. Have you ever pushed an offensive player into the end zone for a touchdown?
No, I've held a couple people at the line of scrimmage, but never that one. Here's what I think Austin Eckler has to do, and looking back, of course, is always 20/20 hindsight. But in that situation, he's got to go to the ground, because once he's up on his feet, and now he's surrounded, if you look, by Cleveland Browns, none of his guys were around, they're going to do one thing. The only thing they can do, conserve time, push him into the end zone. So that's the difference in that play. That's once again more awareness, something that has to be practiced. We're seeing these unique situations come up more and more, and I think teams are going to have to spend time really addressing it technically in practice.
All right, let's talk about Justin Herbert, Vince. Let's talk quarterback play, shall we? Because we saw Herbert a week ago against the Raiders, and he had 3 touchdown passes in the first half. This game, he had 4 touchdowns throwing. He ran one in, and he threw for almost 400 yards while playing mistake-free. I mean,
I wasn't surprised at all.
The more we see this guy play, the more we shake our heads.
Well, I tell you, he rocks the house.
Yeah.
I tell you, Kyle, and you know he's got ice water for veins. I mean, he's just so stable. What a force he is. But you know what surprised me the most is this series of plays right here. He gets sacked by Myles Garrett, okay? He's in the pocket. That's where he operates from, and this is where the offense starts. The next play, 2nd and 17, guess what he does? Stays right in the pocket, throws the ball. It's an errant throw, but he took a hit. Again, look at the hit right to the face mask, right to the chin, trying to knock him out of the game. Too tough. He's just stable. The next play, 3rd and 17. Again, Jackie steps into the pocket, throws the ball up the field, trying to get his team back into this game. I mean, that's where you look at the marvel of a quarterback like that, and nothing stops him. Nothing scares him. He's not afraid of anything.
I can't believe you're showing all bad plays by.
Well, hey,
you're showing
that's the story. Those are my 3 highlights.
Listen,
now, the rest of the stuff.
He threw for 400 yards, Vince.
It's okay.
Vince took a few on the chop sitting in the pocket over the years. There's no doubt about that.
Jackie, that's what it takes.
I know.
It takes throwing the ball, stepping up, and you know Mike Williams has come up big on big plays. Again, it's the creativity of the offense. Joe Lombardi's given his quarterback and keeping them always in the game. Now, they believe in pass first, run second. So the pass sets up the run. That's just their offense. But when you have a quarterback like this, he can do it all. He can scramble. He can make plays on the move. He can make them from the pocket. If he has to run for a touchdown, he's run for like 2 or 3 touchdowns this game.
Yeah.
He scored 41 points in the 4th quarter.
Hey, Kyle, Vince believes that a quarterback should have a bloody nose after
right.
every game
That's right.
and keep slinging it.
Get in there and play.
See, I'm just so glad we got to the highlight package with all of the touchdown throws because Justin Herbert DVRs this show, and after the game goes home and watches, and he's going to say, really, I threw for 398 yards and 4 touchdowns, and Vince is showing me getting sacked?
Hey, man, he'll do that every week.
Come on now.
You'll be seeing
that.
that all year long.
What in the
What
world?
in the world?
There are the numbers right there, 26 of 43, 398 yards, and the 4 touchdowns. No interception, again, no mistakes, and he also ran in a touchdown as well. So a stellar day for Justin Herbert. I'm just wondering why on earth I had him on my bench in my fantasy league today. I saw them playing the Cleveland Browns defense, and I was concerned. Now,
come on.
Now, Jackie, let's talk a little bit about the running game, because if you looked at the numbers coming into this game, you knew that the Browns were the #1 rushing team in all of football, okay? Averaging 177 yards on the ground, and we knew the Chargers against the run, not very good, allowing 140 yards per game. So you knew they were going to do exactly what they did.
You knew they were going to attack the defense on the ground. And, you know, I was a little bit concerned. I was just about ready to knight Brandon Staley, the NFL, coach of the year. And it still may happen. But he said something this past week. He said, you don't need the running game to be able to throw play-action passes. And I'm thinking that's diametrically opposed to everything I've ever heard. Take a look at the way they ran the football here. These guys, they put up 230 yards rushing. They were pounding the heart of that front. They ran the ball to the right, they ran it to the left, they featured everybody in their offensive line, and I thought that was a beautiful thing to see. Take a look at this run right here. Now you're going to see the physicality right there. Boom. Boom. That's 2 stiff arms to the face of defensive backs, and they're on the ground while this guy is running with the football. Make no mistake about it. I think that you have to be able to run the football. We saw a play earlier in this ball game where the safety, they had play-action pass with the guard running, the guard pulling directly to the point of what would appear to be a point of insertion of the ball, and the safety and the middle linebacker was dropping to the flats. Now, if that middle linebacker had respect for your ability to the play action pass, his rear end would have been up in the line of scrimmage. Up in the line of scrimmage to defend the run first. So I disagree with him a little bit there, but I really do like the fact that this is a resilient football team over there. They've got a really good offensive line that's playing better and better and better. And like Vince said, this quarterback is really willing to get his nose bloody to have some success for the team. And everybody notices that because nobody expects a quarterback to be taking these shots and getting up. They expect him to go to the sideline like Daniel Jones did, you know?
No doubt. And we'll get to Daniel Jones in just a bit. And by the way, the next opponent of this team, the LA Rams, going to be going up there next week. And we'll talk about the Rams win over Seattle on Thursday coming up later in the show as well. But right now, let's get Ron Pitts involved. We go to Ron Pitts Island. And Ron, there was one point today, and I know in the fourth quarter, the Chargers scored 4 touchdowns, but in the third quarter, there was a key touchdown, a key drive, and right after that drive, and this followed the fact that the Chargers were trailing by 14 points in the game.
Right.
They scored a touchdown on a significant drive, and you looked at me and you said, that is a key drive to this game right there.
Exactly. We highlighted that. You know, coming in now, we knew that the Chargers were going to have trouble stopping the run. They're ranked 29th in the NFL. Browns are ranked number 1. But the difference was in the third quarter, the Chargers went on a 14-play, 70-yard drive, and it was capped off by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. On that drive, they converted 2 fourth-down attempts, and that was key because to me, since that point, they changed. The energy was back. You could feel the energy back in the stadium. They started to move the offense. The big plays were coming back on a consistent basis, and that's when it became the shootout that we're talking about now. You know, we talk about great games. You guys remember that college basketball game, UCLA and Gonzaga in the Final Four this past year? This felt like that. At the end of this game, you wanted more. You wanted more of the big plays and the energy. It was an amazing game, and in the end, I think it was about the best quarterback play coming from Justin Herbert, as Vince said.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, watching that fourth quarter was something at one point, 5 possessions in a row, 5 touchdowns, 6 total in the quarter. I kept looking at my watch thinking, is this really still the fourth quarter? Like,
Right.
I've never seen a fourth quarter last this long. Just remarkable. All right, we're going to take a timeout here on Sports Wrap. Coming up, if you have Saquon Barkley on your fantasy team, you do not want to see this. I'm going to show you what happened to the Giants star running back right after the break.
That looked bad, didn't it?
It looked